This is probably going to be the most no-nonsense video regarding cloud computing. I'll try to keep it simple and quick. You've heard of AWS, GCP, Azure. You probably, when you're applying for jobs or whatever you're trying to do, you come across these names and you come across the term cloud computing, cloud infrastructure, cloud design, whatever. There are many words. The point is, it's cloud-related something. And what is cloud computing? In case you don't know. So let's take a very simple example. You have a machine. It's either a PC or a laptop, right? You are in the machine. You have some code in your PC, which, let's say, it's a Python game or a Node.js game, whatever, or it's a website. Then your machine, the code, your machine has some configuration. It has RAM, it has storage, and some other things that it needs that helps you run that code, right? And then your website is running. Your computer is at the state of running, which means it's on. When it's off, your website or your product is not running. You have to turn it on again. And if for some reason your program crashed, you close it and then run it again. And then you're using hard disks, storage, and then you're saving some stuff, some secrets in a .txt file maybe. You're locking your computer. You're doing so many things locally. The same thing, if you're doing it in the cloud, what would happen? Your device, if it's a PC, that's an easy example, you cannot carry your PC everywhere you go. So let's say you have a website. You need the website available all the time, not only when you open your laptop or you open your PC. So your website needs a place where it's hosted, but forget that meaning for now. You know, web host and all of those. Your website needs to run somewhere. It's like an app. It's like something that runs on the terminal. Or let's just say you open it when you open your PC. So okay, when it needs to run, it needs all the things I mentioned. The hard disk, the storage basically, the RAM, not the display, but at least the memory and everything. So imagine you have this device. Instead of it being a physical device that you have, it's somewhere with Google or Microsoft or AWS. They say, okay, fine, we'll give you this device. Your code, it was in your device. Now it's on GitHub. So you're loading your code from GitHub. Okay. Then I said, you're running it. How will you run it? Some command, right? So when you had your physical PC, you opened it and run it. When you're having your PC on cloud, you're logging in and then turning it on. Or you can write a script that automatically turns it on. I'm just giving you the idea so that you understand that the things I was able to do with my physical PC, I'm just doing it there. Now your physical PC might have 2 GB RAM. You need 2 GB what? 32 GB RAM, come on. You probably need 64 GB RAM. You can go to the market and buy one on this economy. Or you can just tell Google, hey, I need 32 GB more. And maybe your use case is like 20 minutes. And then you just say, Google, I don't need that RAM anymore. You can do that with your physical device. But you get the idea. You just get a RAM and you increase it in your physical device. You can do the same thing on cloud. So your device, your code, instead of running it physically, you're running it on cloud. That's the most simplest way to understand what cloud computing is. Now, similarly, because your physical device has so many things, you need the same thing on the cloud. You need to be able to access your device. Somebody needs to turn back your device on if it's shut down, if it crashed. That's where the managed services, the containers come in. You need to run your code somewhere. So that's the container concept. You store your data in either S3 or a Google bucket. So the storage, and then you see your PC logs to understand what's going on. The cloud shows you the logs of your task. Log, storage, running the application, maintaining the application, getting the code from GitHub and deploying it on cloud instead of just downloading the GitHub code or Git cloning it on your PC. It's essentially very similar things. The only difference is this time you're running it on the cloud. So some additional responsibility, your laptop was with you, so security was easy, but when you're in the cloud, others can essentially accidentally go to your account and do things you don't want to do. So that's some extra security concern, but you can get advantages like just increasing your RAM. You're done with this device, close the device, shut down the device, use another device. Some applications, you tell the cloud, that AWS or Google, manage everything, serverless, I don't want to do anything. You take the RAM, you deploy it, you if it crashes, you run it again. I don't want a headache. Some things you do 100% manually. You take a device, an EC2 or a virtual instance, and then you put the code there, and then you run it, and then you keep checking if it's fine. You have all the options there, endless possibilities. That's what makes cloud computing very attractive. And of course, when you're in a company and when you're scaling, you ideally want cloud computing because that just helps you reach others. That just makes things easier for you and makes it available worldwide. Different regions, cloud computing. So maybe you're in Asia and your customers in America, you can use the American region so that they have less latency. They get the things faster, basically, easily. What I mean is they get the things faster. That's cloud computing. I tried to keep it within 10 minutes and I did.